What's up, studs? Ryan here, or MandRproductions, and welcome to Ask MNR episode 120. These are out every Tuesday, as usual. Last week's episode got like 100,000 views. That's insane, thank you. And as usual, I answer your questions from last week's episode, so if you have a question that you want answered next week, leave in the comments section on this video, and when I go through them, yours might get picked. I did also want to say that on Friday evening, I don't know exactly what time yet, but Friday I will be live streaming my build of the UCS Y-Wing. It's back there from 2004. I am really excited to build that set, one that I've always wanted, one of my white whales, and I finally am going to be building it on Friday with hopefully a couple other guests on the show also building Y-Wings or something else from the era. Anyway, let's get into it with our first question from Dory. Says, is there any LEGO Star Wars set that you don't want to buy if you fulfill your dream of owning every LEGO Star Wars set and that you don't think you'll bother with? If I want to buy every LEGO Star Wars set, I have to buy every LEGO Star Wars set, right? There's no I don't want to bother with it, so I'm not going to buy it, and then I'm going to call it good, right? I'm going to own all the retail sets, right? There are sets that I don't want to buy, but I'm going to buy them anyway. Those sets are both of the Death Stars, the UCS Master Builder Series playset Death Stars. I fell out of love with those. I might like them more now that I haven't seen them in a couple years, like in person, but for the most part, I'm not feeling so high on them. Also, all of like the original LEGO IP stuff, like the Arrowhead. Who wants the Arrowhead? Not me. And also the buildable figures. I definitely don't want to buy the buildable figures, but like I said, I'm gonna buy them at some point. They're just not my favorite thing in the world. I think that's probably true for many people. El Nika, who seems kind of angry because they typed it in all caps, whatever happened to you buying more Technic sets after receiving the Mac Anthem 42078 set? Question mark. I have bought more Technic sets. I just haven't made videos with them. I bought a little boat. I bought a bigger boat. I bought an even bigger boat on clearance, but I don't think I can get that set out. It's like a hovercraft type of boat. I just haven't made videos with the stuff, but I have bought more Technic sets. I just haven't made videos or built them. Corey says, hey Ryan, wondering what kind of mic or microphones you use. I am in the market for one, and you always have such good audio. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. The microphone that I'm using right now is a Rode VideoMic Pro, costs maybe about $200. My microphone that I use for like live streams and other video stuff like that is a HyperX Quadcast, so it's this microphone here, and then the other microphone that I use a lot of the time is going to be the microphone for my iPhone. So for like video reviews, comparisons, the microphone, whatever they have in here is what is being used for that. So those are my three main mics. Cool Triplets 1 says, are you going to do a playthrough for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga? I think I have to, right? I don't really want to, I guess. I think I'd get into it if I got into it. But the thing is, I've done this for 3 times now with 3 different LEGO games. LEGO Super Heroes Marvel 2 or something I played and did like 1 episode of and then never played again. LEGO Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens video game I bought on release day, played like 3 levels of, never played again. And then I also did the LEGO Movie 2 video game I did like 5 episodes of and then quit and never played again. So I hope it doesn't go that way for Skywalker Saga. I want to play the whole thing, but as I've shown myself, single-player games aren't my thing. I don't enjoy them as much as I ever will with a multiplayer game. So I will try to play it. I plan on playing it. I plan on doing videos with it, but will that translate long-term after like 2 days? I don't know. I can't promise you that. Crafty Josh says, what is your most controversial LEGO opinion? Ooh, we're going hot here early. I think that LEGO is fairly priced. Can you believe that? LEGO is not ripping off their customers for the most part. They are a competitively priced product in a market where there are lots of copycats of them. They're putting out the best product. And if you look at this graphic here from the Brothers Brick, you can see when you buy a LEGO product, how much is actual profit? It's about 22%, and then everything else is going into marketing, research, product development, like so many different things that that LEGO has to pay for. Like, I think it's pretty fairly priced, as a business should and is supposed to, should have some profit margin and make some money, and I don't feel like 22% is too outrageous to ask. So that is my controversial LEGO opinion. If you have a controversial LEGO opinion, I'll pin my comment at the top, and it'll be like, what is your most controversial LEGO opinion? Answer that. I'm curious, because that's the one that came to mind for me. I actually think LEGO is, for the most part, pretty fairly priced. with few exceptions. ClickBrick says, after the 501st Battle Pack, what is the big thing you are advocating for now? I'm kind of done right now. I did the 501st Battle Pack, we did Gunship Gang, and I pseudo did complete the fleet. I didn't go super hard on that, but I got the hashtag going at some point and didn't really do too much with it. And that seems like, as far as the rumors are lining up, it should be the May the 4th set here. So within the span of 3 months, all three of the things that I've been campaigning for are going to be done. And it was never my intention to, as soon as we got the 501st Battle Pack, just start campaigning for something else. And I saw a lot of comments like this. So ClickBricks, you are not alone in thinking this. There is nothing that I am campaigning for right now. It was never like as soon as this is done, I'm going to do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. There's not like a backlog of like 8 things, right? I've made videos talking about set ideas and things I would like to see. Those exist, right? You can still go back and look at that. That's stuff that I would be in favor of them making, but I'm not going to like try to recreate what we had with the 501st Battle Pack. What I will say with this comment, what kind of piqued my interest, is that I think, if anything, it would be a Venator. I think we need a Venator. Like, just straight up. The Venator, I looked it up on eBay, 8039. It's like $600, $700, $800 sealed in the box. Retail was $120 back in 2009, 2010 when it was available. So that set, I think, needs to be remade. I know a lot of people have been talking about Republic Dropship with ATOT. I don't know how likely that is. I think a Venator is much more likely because it's going to be cheaper. Although I also wouldn't hate a UCS Venator. I would love to see that as well. I just don't know how the building techniques and the potential for that would translate for LEGO to actually be able to make that in a product that works for them. But I want a new Venator. I think that's what it would be if it was anything, but I don't plan on going hard on that. I just will state what I'd like, and that's what I would like. BrickDude3 says, hey Ryan, is there any theme you have an interest in but don't have any sets from? If so, which one? I started watching Pirates of the Caribbean again the other night, and I must say I was immediately on eBay looking at the prices for those sets because I have always loved Pirates of the Caribbean, and Jack Sparrow is a great character. I love him. I love the opening scene of the first movie where they set it up like he's on this giant boat, right? And then it like pans down and he's on like this little dinghy, and then the boat is sinking as he's coming into dock, and then he just kind of walks off the top of the boat onto the dock as the boat goes underwater. It's just a magnificent opening scene, and I really want to buy some Pirates of the Caribbean sets, so that's where I land on. I don't own any. I own one figure from it. I bought a Jack Sparrow like a year ago on Bricklink with an order because I was like, oh, I need a Jack Sparrow, but I don't own any of the sets. So I think Pirates of the Caribbean is that theme for me. I think I need to get on that. I know some of the boats are like the Black Pearl is probably like it's much like the Venator, $600-$700 sealed. The Venator is the Black Pearl of Star Wars. Leanna says, do you have a girlfriend? And if you do, when will you show us? You act like I'm under some obligation to show you if I have a girlfriend. No, I don't have a girlfriend, but also if I had one, I would assume she would be part of the channel in some way. Why am I even answering that question? Pizza Paxton says, what is your most viewed video? Explain. My most viewed video is funny LEGO Star Wars meme sets, and it's always the one you don't expect, I guess, it ends up being your most viewed video. I think any YouTuber in general can kind of agree with that statement. You just never know what your most viewed video is going to be. You put out these videos that you put tons of time into, and you're like, oh, this is going to be great, and then it gets like 70,000 views, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? It did well, but then you end up with this 1.6 million view anomaly, or I guess it's not an anomaly because all three of them that I've done have done really well. Speaking of, there's a new one coming out in a couple weeks, so keep your eye out for that. The 4th installment of funny LEGO Star Wars meme sets. I'm actually really excited to sit down and film that one. I have a bunch of the pictures of the sets here on my computer in front of me, but this is a video I put it out and it did exceptionally well for some reason, and I've done one every year since. I cannot explain how it worked out so well. It's kind of funny when you do a video like that and then people just straight up copy exactly what you did, or like they'll copy the exact way you did the title and the exact way your thumbnail looks. There's little things you'll pick up on when you have a most popular video like that, so I think that's kind of funny. You may have seen that from some other users that try to like get in on it, I guess. Some people just straight up stole the thumbnail from that video, which I thought was hilarious. I had to email some people back in the day. But yeah, that's my most viewed video. No rhyme or reason. I guess it was just funny. I think they're really great little meme sets. I think it's a really ingenious thing that people are making, and I'm really excited for this year's installment. Darth Raptus says, if you wrote Star Wars, what would you do with the series? I would do one thing as Star Wars writer: kill Ahsoka during the Clone Wars. That's it. That's all I would do. If I could do one thing. I know you want to know what I would do with the entire arc of the story. I don't care about the rest of the story. I just want Ahsoka to die in the Clone Wars, where she should have died, and not come back in Rebels, The Mandalorian, and God knows what else they'll try to get her into. Also, someone wrote to me on my Twitch chat yesterday that she could potentially train Baby Yoda, and that just made me die a little inside. Charlie Linus says, how's the TikTok addiction going, and do you have any plans to get over it anytime soon? I have plans to get over it, but they don't work because it's an addiction. That's not, I spend like 2 hours a day on TikTok. I woke up yesterday, spent an hour in the morning in bed on TikTok before I even got out of bed. It's really bad. TikTok is a true addiction. I hate it, but it's so good. Ryan says, do you plan on getting LEGO Mario sets, and do you think they're overpriced? I can't really speak to if they're overpriced or not. Like I said earlier, I think LEGO for the most part is pretty fairly priced. Mario has a lot of technology that other LEGO sets have not had, and for that reason, you'll see a real disparity in price per piece, and I think a lot of people are going to be crying wolf on that fact alone, which is going to be so annoying to see. But I will buy them. I'll be at the LEGO store on August 1st to get the File First Battle Pack, and LEGO Mario sets, I assume, will be there too, because that's their release date as well, and I'll probably pick up like the main starter pack for $60, Bowser's Castle, and maybe something else. So I definitely plan on getting some. It's worth trying for me, but I don't know if it's something that'll catch on for me, because I never really played Super Mario the game. Andre says, thoughts on PS5 controller? Also, will you get the console day one? I'm planning on getting the PS5, yes, as soon as possible, as soon as it's available, or pre-order, I will pre-order it. As far as the controller goes, I think it looks really nice. It's a really clean and unique design. The only thing with that is I don't use the regular PS4 controller. I use a SCUF because I like the extra buttons that it provides for me, like just competitive wise, it helps me do more things than you can do with a regular controller. So I plan to continue using this controller, so it doesn't really matter to me what the PS5 controller looks like. I assume I can still just plug it in like I have it on my PS4. I can plug this in my PS3. I should be able to plug it into my PS5 and just be able to play with this. So that's what I assume I'll be using on the PS5. Harry says, do you think there will be any High Republic era sets? I mean, if there's movies about it or a TV show about it, yes. Otherwise, no. As LEGO has shown recently, they don't have too much interest in making stuff about like video games or books. It's got to be a movie or a TV show. So if it's a movie or TV show, I think High Republic is like rumored as the next like movie trilogy potentially, then obviously yes, there will be sets behind it. Otherwise, I would bet no. Mr. Corn here, I'm not even gonna try, says, is it officially a battle pack since it costs more than a regular battle pack? So the definition of a battle pack is arbitrary, right? Like, there is no, like, dictionary definition of a battle pack, right? The price was $10, and then it was $11, then it was $12, then it was $13, and then it was $15. So, a battle pack price is kind of arbitrary in that way. Like, LEGO denotes a battle pack as a small set with 4 minifigures, except the 2007 droid battle pack, but technically it doesn't have any minifigures, because I don't think droids are really minifigures. And I think this is a battle pack, right? This is a 501st battle pack. It clearly is supposed to be. It just happens to cost $30 instead of $15, right? So while they didn't put the battle pack name on the box, I think it very clearly is a battle pack or an army builder or whatever you want to call it. And as the LEGO Star Wars categorical namings are self-appointed, it is a battle pack. Stamp it. Andrew the Pug says, what do you think the chances of getting a Galactic Marines battle pack is? Probably low, unfortunately, because Galactic Marines have never been made in LEGO. So I actually I went back and rewatched my original File First Battle Pack video, and I talked about Galactic Marines in that video. I had a little section about wanting Galactic Marines as well. Like, a File First Battle Pack was first on the docket, but also, like, I side noted in that video that Galactic Marines would be pretty nice to get in a set as well. So at some point, I don't see why they wouldn't make Galactic Marines. I mean, to me, they just have to, like, somewhat modify what they have with the Snowtrooper already, and you're pretty much set. So do I think they'll make a battle pack? Probably not anytime soon, but could they potentially be in, like, a $100 set? Sure. Wake Build Sleeper Pete says, have you ever known somebody to have anything stolen at a LEGO convention? I've known one thing, and it's not even someone that I knew personally. It was just, like, at Brick Fair, like, 2016, there was, like, this box of Bionicle stuff that was stolen, and the guy that runs Brick Fair, Todd, like, made an announcement on the PA system and sent out emails like, if anyone has this, they picked it up or stole it accidentally, just bring it by the desk, no questions asked, whatever, and then it got returned like the next day or the day after or whatever. But other than that, like, rarely, if ever, like, I definitely don't know or can think of any instances when I've known anybody been like, oh my god, where are my 30 clone troopers? You know, like, that, as far as I'm aware, hasn't happened. I'm sure it has happened, just maybe not in my circles. But for the most part, I think everyone's at a LEGO convention for the same reason, and that is not to steal each other's stuff. Mr. Crab here says, what rubber bands do you use as substitutes for broken ones on LEGO sets? So if you ever have a rubber band on a LEGO set that's kind of worn out or maybe snapped because it just got brittle over the years, go on Bricklink and buy the exact same rubber band. So you go on Bricklink, you go to the set that you had or have, and then you check the part inventory, and in that part inventory, it should have the exact rubber bands that were were in that set, go on those rubber bands and just buy those. Just the exact same ones. I don't use substitutes. I literally buy the same ones that were in the original set that I had. So that's how I would recommend going about that if you need some replacement rubber bands for your LEGO sets, which, judging from your question, you're probably needing some. And finally, I just want to go over the poll from last week. It was, what should I spend my VIP points on? 64% of you guys voted for all 501st battle packs, and 35% of you voted for save for a big UCS set. So I think I'm going to go with the 501st battle packs here. Day one, I should be able to get between 7 and 10, depends on how many more VIP points I accumulate in the next 4 months or so, but I should be getting a bunch of them on the first day, and I'm actually really excited to use all those VIP points and be done with it. So that's what I would use my VIP points on come 501st Battle Pack release day. That is all for Ask M&R episode 120. If you guys have a question for next week, leave it down in the comments section below.